of joy.
Definitely, because this Chandrayaan 3, the science data, it is not only for India, it is for the global scientists. So this data that the scientists will be using globally, and they will discover some new things from this data. That way, it is interest for the entire global interest is there.
So you are very much thankful and you look very happy at this point of time, sir.
Yes, sir. Let us see this one.
And these are those final telemetry images of the Vikram lander right before it touched down. These were relayed live just before the Prime Minister logged in from Johannesburg, where he's attending the BRICS summit. He just gave a long speech. We'll play out an excerpt from the Prime Minister's speech in just a moment. But these were those last tantalizing seconds before the touchdown took place. I don't think the ISRO officers, men and women of ISRO, are going to be leaving that command center in a hurry. Hopefully, they're going to get some time off to celebrate and, exhale. Many of them have been in absolute crunch mode for the last 2 months. Even before the launch of the Chandrayaan 3 actually happened. And that's why these are the purest emotions you're seeing from ISRO headquarters.
Let's spend a moment talking about what happens next. Raj Chingappa, the rover has landed. This is when Pragyan now comes out. We heard some horror stories yesterday of what happened on the Mars, where it got stuck in parachutes and overturned. So it's not over just yet. The 14-day mission of the Pragyan, then roaming across the surface of the moon, has to commence in a couple of hours from now.
Well, firstly, Rahul, it's a great leap for Indian space.
Of course.
And you remember when we were talking last night, I'd made a bet of a champagne that they will land successfully.
But I wasn't betting against
take
you.
it.
No,
you
but
didn't
I
take
wasn't
it. I
betting
would
against
be
you. So we're having
champagne.
that champagne together.
But yeah, I think the major mission is accomplished in the sense landing itself is such a specialized skill. And India becoming the 4th nation to do that. We saw how tough it was, because even Russia, that had done it 47 years ago, its 25th lunar crashes, right? And so therefore this achievement is even more sort of, creditable. And let's take a look at what happens after this. Firstly, we have to study, once it is landed, that everything is stable. And I gather from the cheers that are there, it's not tilting, it's not doing any of the antics that it should. So therefore, it's being stable. Now you wait for the power to build. And then in the next 6-7 hours, the rover, whenever they think it's fine, that everything is stable, there's no dust. You see, one of the things that's the
Dust gets
spacecraft,
kicked up.
yes. And because of the lack of gravity, the dust doesn't settle for, unlike on Earth. This will take an hour for it to settle. It just floats in the air. And if any of that gets into the critical equipment inside, then it will begin to damage it. So the first thing to ensure that is over. Then they will check all the systems, because you have solar panels. You will check whether the power is fine, the battery is working. When after all, it comes and crashes like this.